Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bianca, and today I want to work on some shorts. Not just regular shorts. I'm talking cool shorts. These are culottes. In my pattern organizing video, I had mentioned that I made this pattern here before. It is Simplicity 7336. This is a 1991 pattern. I had previously made these culottes, the short version, a while ago, and I used a not very good fabric. So this is it. I don't even know where here, like that. These are it. It looks kind of like a skirt, but you can tell they're shorts. This fabric, it's polyester, and it's not comfortable to wear in the summer. So I have this fabric here. This is a bed sheet that I found at I believe it was a thrift store. Super cute, very spring. I thought, why not try to make these culottes with this fabric? I think this would be really cute. And because I'm trying to learn how to make tops and bottoms, like just to have separates, I thought about making this one here, this halter top version of McCall's 8332. So if I have this top and these shorts, it'll still kind of look like a dress, but in reality it's shorts and top. It is cold right now. We are still in February where it's like raining, but maybe a cute patterns and like prints will just make it feel not this gloomy as it's felt lately. If this is content that you do enjoy, please make sure to give this video a like and consider subscribing to see more videos like this one. So let's get started on making some culottes and maybe a shirt. We don't know. Maybe I'm just gonna do the culottes. Luckily, I had previously used this pattern, so the pieces were already cut. The only thing I had to do was cut the length because the original length on the pattern was a little too long. I just cut that at the length line and had to mark which one was for the front and which one was for the back. I also cut all of the pieces for my top. So yes, I will be making both of them. These little blue weights you see here, I've recently found at an estate sale and I got 2 of them. One of them was a 6-pack of blue little pattern weights, and I have another one that is white, and they're called the original Wonder Weights. They're super cute, and I was glad that I was able to use them for this. Well, I'm stopping right now. Obviously, Teddy decided to visit the room and he's lying down on the fabric. The other reason why I'm deciding to stop is because the drawstring that the shirt has to be on the bias, and it just feels like a lot of fabric and a waste for something it's literally like a little tube. I can cut that off of the grain. I hope that is okay. I'm gonna probably just stop and like think about it. We might go outside for a little bit because that's why he's in here. He's like, Mom, I have to go potty and I would like to go potty outside. He's kind of like a dog sometimes. We'll probably head outside for a bit and just chill. And I say that today is done. Today is going to be just cutting the fabric. He's telling me that we're done. So we're done for today. Hey, it's day 2. I ended up cutting this on the grain. It has a little bit of stretch. It's not going to be as stretchy as if it were on the bias, but at this point, I think it should be fine. And if it isn't, then it is what it is, I guess. I'll be working on the shorts because I think that's going to be a lot easier, and I kind of want to enjoy today. I'm trying to slowly work on things and just balance out, working on stuff and making videos and actually working. Just need a little bit of balance. So I'm gonna be working on the shorts today and we'll see how far we go. Here are my Cool Up pattern pieces. I wanted to reuse the elastic that I had in the original ones that I had made a few years ago. But when I opened it up, I realized that some of that elastic was already bad. It was probably really old elastic that I had and I used back then. So this wasn't gonna work. Thankfully, I had more and I was just able to throw this away. I got to marking all of my pieces. I am notorious at getting my shorts pieces confused, so I made sure to mark everything, even to say front and back, just in case. I also began pinning all of the pocket pieces to the front and the back, as you see here, and then just started sewing all of these pieces. Thankfully, I had marked my pieces really well, so I knew which one was the front and which one was the back, because I had to pin those together and sew them in the leg seam. After I sewed those pieces, I pinked those seams, and if you sew, or if you've noticed, sewing is all about ironing, pressing, all the time. It feels I gave them a good little press. Now that I've finished pressing them, I get right sides together and I'll be able to sew that entire inner leg seam. And I believe I went through it twice because I have that history. If you've seen my other video where I made my little green shorts, I have an issue with dropping it low and the seam always ripping. Thankfully, these are a lot bigger and looser fitting shorts, so I doubt I'll have that issue, but just to be safe, you know, reinforce those seams. I got a pressing ham for Christmas and I want to show you. Here it is. Ain't it cute? I'm going to be pressing these seams open, as it says in the instructions, and my little ham worked perfectly. I'm still not going to hate on my towel because that thing worked very well, but I do love my little pressing ham. Thank you. After I pressed that seam, I pressed my pockets open. I'm telling you, it's a lot of pressing, even though these are supposed to be easy shorts. But you know me, one way or another, I'm gonna make it complicated. Just you wait. Okay, so I just went to finish some lunch and I put more lipstick on, even though I don't think you're gonna see me, but you know, I'm trying to motivate myself to do these things. So let's keep working on these shorts. I have to put like two pieces together on the right side, and we know how that happens with me. Like sometimes I sew them wrong, so let's hope I can sew them right. So nice. Life would be so nice. This is R. I hope you enjoyed that little Grammy-winning performance I just gave you. So the thing I was really worried about is pinning these the right sides together. Like I mentioned, when I made those little green shorts before, I pinned like the back side to the back side, so it was just all wrong. But strongly recommend marking your pieces so that you know exactly which one is which, because that saved me so many headaches. So I've worked on these shorts and I got the waistband here. The waistband is the top section of a bed sheet, and you're supposed to cut 2 strips to fit the actual shorts. So I am thinking that I'm gonna try to gather the front of the shorts to fit onto the waistband, and then the back side is gonna have elastic. So in the front, it should look more like an actual waistband. And now that I'm saying that out loud, I probably need interfacing for that. Maybe I can still do it. We'll see. We'll see what I come up with. Remember how I said I was gonna make it complicated? Yep, that's me. I was able to find a little bit of interfacing so I can try to do this. I've never done this before, so I'm really just winging it. At this point, I'm just thinking, it's a waistband. Like, how different would it be than any waistband I've made before? Oh, poor little young Bianca. It's all right. I wanted to bring you guys along into this pocket so that you can see how I gather my fabric. I've mentioned this before, I use crochet thread and a zigzag stitch. I cannot be bothered with the 3 stitches. I just feel like it's a waste of thread. I am very, very frugal. So this is the best way that I can ensure I have enough thread always, even though there's a big cone over there in my cup. And I reuse my crochet thread. I just push that fabric into some gathers. And right now my camera was like, I'm tired. I'm gonna keep looking up in the sky. So this is why you see it moving up. I don't know what she was thinking, but she did her own thing. Once I'm done gathering those pieces, you'll see it right here. I try to fit it in the front of my waist, and this looks like a pretty good size for these gathers. It goes from seam to seam, so I figured that would be fine. I pinned the gathered section to the side that had the interfacing, and then I sewed that up. I grabbed some new elastic, and I thought this would be more than enough for the back. I was working really hard on trying to figure out how I was going to do it with the waistband that I had made, which again, remember, it's as if it were a regular waistband. And I was just having a really hard time figuring it out. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to put the elastic inside of this casing, and I can't figure it out. It's 2:50. I've been working on this since like, what, 10:30 maybe? I don't know. So it's a long day. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go run for a bit and maybe watch a YouTube video to see if there's somebody who, I'm sure there has been, who's done half interface case waistband and half elastic. And hopefully I can figure something out with what I have. I have the elastic, I have the front side already sewn on. I really don't want to unpick that. And then just the back, and then hem the shorts. I think I'm gonna stop now, and I'll see you next time. Hello! So I've worked on this the other day. I don't know what day this is, so I saw a couple of videos on YouTube, which I will add in the description below. Strongly recommend watching those so that you know what I am doing here, but God, they were like super helpful. YouTube videos, right? Super helpful. I, like I mentioned, made this section up here which has the interfacing, and I had incorrectly just done a waistband as if I would have any other waistband, but the way that they were explaining it is that the part in the back that needs the elastic has to be the entire size of the garment. So since this part I was gathering the actual shorts, I gathered it to fit the front part of the waistband. This back side I needed extensions. I put 2 pieces to extend this here, and now I just have to put the elastic onto it and whoosh, make it all tight. And I hope this is gonna be enough, because the way that they were explaining it was like, oh, you know, it could be like this much or this much, and I was like, maybe this is gonna be too small of an elastic piece. I want it to be nice and tight because I know that elastic wears off, so I'd rather it be tighter than looser. We'll see. But that's where we are, so I'm gonna keep sewing. I really recommend watching the video so you know what I'm trying to do here, because I'm pretty sure I still messed up. One was from Thuy Sewing, I hope I'm saying it correctly, and So Anastasia. Both helped me out as much as they could because I'm still learning, but definitely recommend checking those videos out. Let's take a look at this short. You can kind of see that it's a short. At least to me, it looks like it's a short. I wish I had gathered it a little bit more. From the back, it looks a little bit more like a skirt, maybe. I don't know, what do you think? It's a little too straight of a skirt slash short for me. I was hoping it would be a little bit more poofy. You could see here that I still have room. Like the elastic, I thought it was gonna be too small, and in reality, it's pretty big still, because I'm putting it in my waist. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna leave it like this. It might be good for those days when I'm like really bloated, because it happens, you know, we get bloated sometimes. I still have to do one line of stitching in the back. Both videos that I looked at, they have that extra stitching in the center. I think that's something that they do so that the elastic doesn't like twist and turn. The elastic will move, and then I'll have to like end up sewing a section of it. So I think that might make it a little bit better, and then it will also prevent this from happening. It kind of bunches over here, and I don't like how that looks. I would want it to all just be bunched up in the back. But again, I wish I had bunched it up a little bit more in the front. I do still have my pockets, which is nice. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. We'll see. Maybe I should redo it. I don't know. So since I still don't know what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna work on these. I'm gonna hem them just a bit, not too short as I like to go. And then I'll work on the top. Hopefully that looks a little bit better than these shorts, because I don't really know how I feel about them. So we'll see. All right, let me get started on that blouse. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe in a month or so. We don't know. We don't know. Hi, today we are going to work on the top for this outfit. The shorts are hanging out on Rosita right now, and I tried them on yesterday. I think they look okay, but you're gonna see them at the end. Today, we're working on this one over here. It's gonna be this little halter top. I never work on these like a full day. That's why there's like day 1, day 2, day 100. It takes me a long time because I am working, and then during my lunchtime, I'll work on this on the side. So this one doesn't look like it's a lot of steps, but you know, with sewing, it's not just pushing it through the machine. It's a full on like sewing, press, trim, sew, press. So we're gonna do all of that. And here are my instructions. And as I'm looking at my instructions right now, I'm realizing that I didn't cut the back part of this. So we're starting off strong. So let me cut that and get this started. Silly. Look at this piece just sitting here. I cut this out, looked for my fabric that I had already stored, and was ready to cut it out. These are the 2 front pieces. I have these darts pinned already on both the front and the lining. I sewed my darts, and I stay stitched these sides where the armpits are. I'm gonna press those guys and then pin and sew the sides. I pinked and opened those seams. Now I'm just going to put the lining and the front pieces right sides together and sew from the side through the armpit, and I don't cross the top. I hope that makes sense. I pinked and clipped this section that I sewed. If it didn't make sense before, I hope it makes sense now. But this is where I sewed this section. Then I realized I need my drawstring and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I cut that strip on the grain and I can't find it. So maybe it's in that. I'm gonna check. Thankfully, I save a lot of these scraps that I use during projects so that I can reuse if I create a crochet animal of some sort. So I was able to find this. To make this drawstring, I just sew a straight seam all the way down, and I use one of my loop turners to flip it right side out. I made the casing where this drawstring was going to go through, grabbed my loop turner, and used it to pull that little drawstring through it. As I was working on this, I remembered that this is going to be a shirt. It's not like a bodice piece for a dress. So I need to hem it or put extra fabric at the bottom so that I can have it long enough to wear. The other thing I realized is I don't have a zipper to really close it, and I didn't really put anything to put the zipper. So I opened those seams, put a zipper, and then realized this isn't the type of zipper that I need because the zipper I need, I have to be able to get in and out. It was the whole thing. I basically put a couple extensions of fabric on the back sides and at the very bottom so that I can complete this top. And in a few moments, I'll be able to show you the entire outfit. And you can tell me how you like it. Right, well, it was so cold outside. I have my gigantic jacket that if you ever follow me on Instagram, you know that I wear this all the time when I'm freezing, and I am freezing. I even have some lemon water over here because I'm like that cold. But this is the outfit. Let me take my jacket off so you can see it. As you saw, I hope you saw, you can see my sports bra line, but whatever. I put some buttons in the back. This is the extension that I had placed on both sides because I needed it to be like that. I have a small section here that has the fold and the shorts. I fold them either inside or I can put them outside of the blouse. However, because the skirt is really, this is too thick, I like to put it inside of the top. I can use it either way, it's fine. Seam down the center and the back like that, like they had mentioned in both videos. I tried it and I didn't like how it looked. Like, it looked really weird, so I ended up not keeping that. I moved the camera up so that so I can, like, I'm not like this. One thing that I would change of the shorts, it would be the waistband. I think I need to make them a little bit tighter still. I can still wear them, obviously. I'm gonna try to wear them with different shirts because this fabric is so colorful and playful. I can use it with a variety of colors. I think that's gonna look really cute. And I can wear this top with any bottoms I want that are the same colors or any color. Honestly, I might make a reel out of that. This top I love so much. Like, I love halter tops. I like how it makes my shoulders look, which before it was something that I was self-conscious about because they're a little broad, which is fine. I got a couple shoulders here, perfect to shimmy shimmy. But I love how beautiful it ended up looking. Like, look at that back, and it was so easy to make. I'm probably gonna make this in an actual dress soon because I really like how this looks. And I'm getting cold again, so I'm gonna put this on. It's high visibility just to make sure that you can see me. But if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like and consider subscribing to see more videos like this one. If you make something similar to this and you want to show me, please tag me on Instagram. I always love seeing your makes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.